All right, today is Dynamite, and we're going to talk about last week's Dynamite, and the match card is right here. If you guys watched my live stream, we was going crazy when we was watching the main event with Tommaso Ciampa and Darby Allin. Now, in my opinion, that match was my Swerve Strickland versus Kenny Omega. Now, I ain't going to lie. That match was incredible, and I think Darby's going to put on some bangers while he's still champion. And, until MJF takes the belt at Double or Nothing. But still, there's a lot to talk about with this episode. And I want to talk about it sooner, but unfortunately, work got in the way of things. So we're going to go ahead and, we're not going to waste no time, all right? So we're going to go ahead and get started with this video. So let's not get carried away here when it comes down to, what we haven't talked about. Because in this video, we're going to talk about it. So let's go ahead and get started. What's up, guys? I just want to let you guys know I made a backup account on Instagram. So scan the QR code so that way you can follow back. Also, follow me on Twitter. Also, follow me on Instagram. I do have another account you can follow on there as well. And you can scan the QR code for that. So anytime I make a video, make sure you guys check the bio. So that way you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for both accounts for Instagram and also for Twitter page. So I appreciate the support. Thank you guys for looking. Let's get to the video.
Dynamite started off with MJF and the Jet. Kevin Knight, man, this was a fire segment. Even though it was a bit confusing, I'm gonna be honest. The AEW police, don't be knocking at my door. I'm just a little bit confused. MJF, the top of the card. MJF, the top of the line. MJF, the best wrestler AEW has on their roster. Goes from beating Kenny Omega, goes from a classic with Hangman Adam Page, Texas Death Match, all the way to get squashed by Darby Allin, and in a TNT title match with Kevin Knight. Okay, man, I'm gonna let Tony Khan cook. He's been consistent enough to I could at least give him the benefit of the doubt, man. I know it's gonna be a fire match. I know what the AEW sickos are telling me. Bobby Monsoon, but the four pillars. The four pillars of AEW. MJF didn't get a TNT title. Okay, whatever, bro. I get it, dog. Kind of. I think MJF, man, I think he needs to be in the AEW title picture. To just go on to have all these classics to, out of nowhere, he's fighting Kevin Knight. All right, bro, we're going to see what happens. I think Tony Khan might have booked himself into a corner just a tad bit, y'all. Think about it. If Kevin Knight wins, that means MJF lost to Darby Allin and lost to Kevin Knight back-to-back after he literally just told us this is going to be the best version of MJF we've ever seen. Okay. If he wins, now we got a new TNT champion, MJF. Wow. I don't know how to feel about this, y'all. I know we're going to get a fire match. I know we're going to get a banger match. I know we're going to get a 5-star whatever match, dog. I just think MJF just needs to be in the AEW title picture. If he's not in the title picture, have him in some crazy elaborate storyline like the storyline with the devil and all of that. But putting him in the TNT title picture, it's like, come on, man. I feel like there's other people in the mid-card that could use a shot at the TNT title, man. But they was about to have the match right there. MJF, he gets out the ring and tells them next week, chump. So that was kind of funny, man. So, you know what I mean? Next week, we got Kevin Knight versus MJF for the TNT title. So I'm very interested in seeing what happens with this. You know what I mean? I'm very interested.
Yeah, I don't like this booking either, but I'm not hating on it because it could have been worse. Only thing I just don't want is for MJF to win the belt. But I feel like if he wins it, then he might do a little exchange where, like, all right, if I win the AEW title, you keep the TNT title. And if you beat me, then I keep the TNT title while you keep the AEW title. So I think that would be a good, because remember, Darby Allin said we have to negotiate, right? So, I have to make the reaction video in case people missed it. But however, you have to negotiate, and that's what Darby Allin said. So if they could just negotiate, I think that should be a good idea where all right, we exchange titles if you lose, but if I win, we keep the titles. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's good because if you ask me, I mean, at least Darby Allin is, he lost the title, but he won a title. You get what I'm saying? So it should be a title exchange match where basically, like, if Darby Allin lose, he has the TNT title and MJF has the AEW title. So I know some people might find that corny, but not really if you do it like that. Otherwise, it would be kind of stupid if you have, MJF win the TNT title and the AEW title, and it's just like, who the fuck gonna beat MJF with the TNT title? You know what I'm saying? But, again, there are people in the back that need to win that belt, and I don't know who. I mean, unless you're gonna let Speedball take it, but that could be a sign right there, or have Shelton Benjamin take it, or have Bobby Lashley take it. I mean, he can't take the, what I mean, like, because if Kenny Omega take the AEW title and then we get Will Ospreay at All In, that would be cool. But unless unless people are invested with the story, you're going to have to really pull some strings in order for people to be in tune versus with the MJF versus Will Ospreay story. It's just pretty accurate. But then again, if Will Ospreay is joining the Death Riders, then you're going to have to figure out how to merge that story. So like if Will Ospreay becomes a heel temporary just to break up the Death Riders, then why can't he turn face at All In just to go back to his old self and then have the Death Riders turn on Jon Moxley because of him? Because that's something that Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton couldn't do. They couldn't separate the Wyatts. So how you do it? You take out the leader. So I mean, it could be possible, but we have to wait and see. But hey, it is possible. So I'll be looking forward to this match tonight. So hopefully Kevin Knight will retain the belt, but in order for MJF to tell his story, maybe he should win it, but I hope he win. I hope he don't win it. But if he does win it to do what I predicted, then I think that should be on the table. It's a win-win, even though Darby lose. You know what I'm saying? So hey, you can give it a shot. Give it a try. But I still want Tommaso Ciampa to go after the TNT title though. But I think because right now he's a face until Mark Briscoe comes back. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But we'll keep a close eye out. But let's continue.
After that, you got Brody King going over Lio Rush. I'm happy Lio Rush is on Dynamite. I know the gimmick, you either love it or hate it right now, but the gimmick has a lot of people talking online, man. Me, personally, I'm liking Lio Rush gimmick, man. I think it could grow a lot of legs. I think it could go far, man. I think this could be one of the most underrated gimmicks in AEW right now. It just got to be booked good, dog. He just got to be consistently on Dynamite. He got to be in some type of storylines, and they got to go take a risk with the gimmick, man. Brody King goes over. He grabs the mic. He lets everybody know, especially Darby Allin, Tommaso Ciampa, that he wants that AEW championship. He don't care who wins the main event. He's coming for him. So we're going to see how that plays out later on in the night.
Yeah, it was a good match. I just kind of wanted, Lio Rush to win. But, I mean, man, I really hope that Tony Khan pulled the trigger with Lio Rush, man. Because you're pushing this man to be this, schizophrenic alien dude. And you keep having him lose. So I really hope that the fans push Lio Rush to win because, right now he's lost 3 matches so far. I really hope they switch it up, man, because Lio Rush can really tell a story. I just don't know what story he can tell. I would love for him to tell a story with Tommaso Ciampa or Pac. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like the dudes that can handle this type of scary shit, but we just haven't got there yet. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, we could find something because, this was WWE. I think they would have I'm pretty sure they would have found something if this was under Vince. But obviously, Lio Rush is, he's in AEW. And like I said, I think that Tony can give us some creativity if he just take a chance. But he's not over with the crowd just yet. He's over on the internet, but not to the crowd. And we got to figure it out. We got to figure out what we can do. I'm just glad they don't cut his entrances. That's the one thing I'm glad they don't do. But maybe this is just to see, test, just to test waters. So we'll see, man. I really need him to win with just one match, man. At least let him have a, just at least do something, bro. Like, can you do like Leo Rush in action or something? Because Rush is killing it right now. So can you do something like that? Because then that way, he can get some wins under his belt, man. Like, do something, bro. But I guess we just have to wait, man. But dang, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you never know when somebody's time will come. So we'll see. Well, let's continue.
And after that, you got a segment with the Ricochet and the Demand going at it with Chris Jericho, man. Chris Jericho had to hire some help, and we all predicted this right. He hired some help within the Hurt Syndicate. It's going to be fire, man. The Hurt Syndicate is going to be helping out Chris Jericho. I think on Collision, we might be getting a 6-man tag match, if I'm not mistaken. The Hurt Syndicate versus the Demand. This should be fire, man. Chris Jericho and Ricochet seems like they're going to be running their match back at Double or Nothing. I think this is going to be fire. I think the storyline is going to cook between Dynamite and Collision over the next few weeks, and they'll have the match at Double or Nothing. That should be a banger, and I'm expecting Chris Jericho to go over.
Yeah, I watched this match. It was all right. You know what I'm saying? The Demand got over Jericho and the Hurt Syndicate, which I didn't want that, but just because the Hurt Syndicate, they haven't been. It's been a while since we've seen them, and the fact that you have them lose like that kind of lets me know that something wrong, man. I don't know. I don't like the way things are going with the Hurt Syndicate, man. I really hope that they push them like they did before, because I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Hurt Syndicate, man. Like I said, I really hope I really hope that they get back on top, because I noticed the crowd's been kind of drifting away from saying we hurt people. I noticed that. I was listening to the crowd, and I couldn't even. They were more louder than Chris Jericho's theme song than they were with the Hurt Syndicate. And I'm like, damn, what happened to "We Hurt People"? We hurt people. Like, I can't believe that the volume just gotten down. It's gotten dry, and it's mainly because we haven't seen them in months, bro. Like, these fans, man, I'm telling you, they supposed to ride or die, but for some reason, the Hurt Syndicate, they're losing their aura, man, like just a little bit, man, and that's not good. I really hope they get back on top, man, because the Hurt Syndicate, man, they got to get their dub back. So hopefully Jericho will team up with them for a little while until we can settle this beef with the Demand. But I'm really hoping, because I don't like the fact they lost that night. But hopefully Chris Jericho will get his lick back with the Hurt Syndicate, and they can get that dub back. And hopefully the Hurt Syndicate, they can go back after the tag team titles. I don't know if they should. Maybe because we still haven't got Bobby Lashley versus MJF. We still haven't got that. Hopefully we can get that at Forbidden Door, but we haven't got that yet. So hopefully that will be the sign for Bobby Lashley, but please don't put it on Dynamite. Please don't. Please don't. I need, come on. Let's get back let's bring back that rivalry, man. Because think about it. The MJF and the Demand, look. How can I put this? Anybody listen, imagine Bobby Lashley, like just all four of them, going against MJF and the Demand. I think that could be a good story for all 8 of those men. It could work out, especially if MVP get back into wrestling. But they are looking for another member, but I don't know what member you can find. I don't know who. I really don't. But we'll have to wait and see. But other than that, yeah, man. I'll keep a close eye out. I will. So let's continue.
After that, you got Adam Copeland cutting a chilling promo, man. He raised the stakes all the way to the ceiling for Double or Nothing. He tells FTR, man, y'all the best in the world. You sure about that? Okay, cool. Let's run the fade back. Double or nothing. But we're going to do a New York street fight. Not only that, you win, me and Christian Cage would never be a team again. Oh my God, the stakes couldn't be higher. The stakes couldn't be higher, man. It's like, so far, this is the number one match I'm looking forward to at Double or Nothing, man. It's like, we're going to get one or two things. We're either going to get a feel-good moment of Christian Cage, Adam Copeland once again holding gold after many moons where they haven't held gold as a tag team, at least, to being heartbroken to know that we're probably never going to see these two as a tag team ever again. Oh my God, man. I don't even know what to predict at this point, man. FTR is just, they've been performing on a different level now, man. I think Adam Copeland shouldn't have did this stipulation. My man Stokely, because he stole the Rolly, like my man Sir Smoke-A-Lot said, man, I don't know, man. FTR is looking dangerous right now. I would not be surprised if they win this match, but New York Street Fight tag team match, this is going to be fire, y'all.
Now, I haven't got the poster yet, but however, this is scary because hey, bro, if y'all, all my Judgment Day fans, if y'all remember what happened to Edge when he was in that last man standing match, you will know why this shouldn't be a good idea for Edge. Because last time he was in an I Quit match, he said I quit because his wife almost got hit with I ain't gonna say almost, but basically she got hit with a chair by Rhea Ripley. Yep. And she did it after he said I quit and he couldn't save her. And I hated that moment because, you know, the man was being held back while he was trying to save his wife. Me personally, I would have fought, but, you know, this is acting, so obviously they're going to make it seem like he can't fight back. But honestly, when you get held back by Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, it's kind of like, dude, I can go bulldozer with it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he did quit, and when he got quit, guess what they did? Rhea Ripley hit her with a chair, man. Yep, I did not like that one bit. And honestly, stuff like that it definitely made me not like Rhea Ripley at that time. But that's what made her a great heel, because she was doing things that pissed people off. And then as soon as the torch got passed to Liv Morgan, guess what Liv Morgan's doing? Pissing people off. Now, it's at the point now where it's like this, right? If Edge is willing to do this match, fine, but I wouldn't do an I Quit match. And that's that, and unfortunately, that is the stipulation. Is that not only he'll have a street fight, but unfortunately, the street fight includes an I Quit match. And it happened on Collision. FTR announced that in order for this match to go down, it has to be an I Quit street fight. If you don't believe me, look at this clip right here.
I'm going to lay a little cold, hard truth on Adam and Christian. Nobody wants you here. We don't want you here. The wrestlers don't want you here. As dumb as these fans are, they're smart enough to know they don't want you here. No one associated with this company wants you here. And now, Adam, give me a second. Now, Adam, you didn't have to play your little Adam Copeland mind games like challenge our manhood to get this match. All you had to do was put your tag team careers on the line. So New York street fight sounds great to us, but I'm gonna do you one better, okay? If we're gonna have this match with all this riding on the line, I want there to be no more questions. I want there to be no more debates. New York street fight. I quit. I want your wives. I want your daughters. I want want your dogs. I want God Almighty above to hear you do the one thing that is embarrassing to every man. 5 letters, 2 words. I quit.
Yeah, so I quit street fight at Double or Nothing. I'm really hoping that Edge and Christian come on top, man. But I don't know how they're going to make these two say I quit, especially with Stokely by their corner. But if Beth Phoenix come out, you already know. It's over on now. But let's figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. But hopefully Edge and Christian win those belts, man. Because I really want to see them at All In a TLC match. So, or Forbidden Door, who knows. But we'll see. Hopefully they can hold the belts until All In, hopefully. But we'll have to wait and see. But let's continue.
Next, we got Hikaru Shida versus Mina Shirakawa. Hikaru Shida goes over, man, and Chris Statlander is with Shida. I'm guessing they're about to do a tag team or a faction. I don't know. This is a cool match, man. A lot of people are wondering, man, who took out Tony Storm? And there's growing more and more speculation that it was actually Mina Shirakawa, but we'll see how that plays out, man. It could be a plethora of women. They could go really a lot of directions with this, so we'll see what happens. Chris Statlander, I wish I could see her wrestling again, man. It seems like since she lost the title and since she lost the rematch with Tekla, she's been kind of like been just roaming around the roster, man. We haven't gotten no real developments. We haven't seen her in no real storylines outside of whatever she's doing now with Shida. So, man, I hopefully we can see Chris Statlander back on the main roster in some matches, man.
Well, she had a match on Collision when we went live, and also she has another match tonight against Divine Dimension, where with Megan Bay and Lena Cross. So I don't know if Chris and Hakushida is going to win this match. I don't know. It seems like these two haven't got along. It's like on and off with them, you know what I mean? Chris like want to be by her corner, but there's times she don't want to be by her corner. Yeah, I don't know what Chris gonna do, man. Because like I said, it's like she's forced to be with this woman, and it's just like, nah, just go on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, go on a crash out mode or something. Like, do something, bro. But again, I don't want to be the one to say that Chris did it because she wasn't in that room. So when Tony Storm got attacked, it seemed like Mina was the one. But then again, we still got to figure out a story for Chris because we can't just have her team up with certain motherfuckers. Like, it's cool that Harley Cameron wants to get trained by Chris, but then again, Harley, why can't you just wait till Mercedes come back and team up with her? Oh, she don't like me. I understand, but she's going to have to like you because if she wants to get over with the crowd, you're going to have to be by her corner. So, again, she going to need some help with the Triangle of Madness. And I don't think she got along with a lot of women in the locker room. So, you know, hopefully Harley Cameron will team up with her because she going to need somebody by her corner. And, you know, and we got to find out who, man. So, we'll see, man. But yeah, I'll be watching this match, and we'll see what they do from here with both of them. But it is great that Hakushida is actually getting a storyline. I just wish it was with Willa Nightingale, but we'll just whatever. Let's just see where this match goes. All right. But shout out to them, Megan and Lena. I'm glad that they're defending their belts. You know what I mean, with big names. So that's a start. That's a start. So let's continue.
Next, you got Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis from the Don Callis family. My man Mark Davis doing what he do best, causing damage. This match was fire, man. Oh, man. Will Ospreay, he deserves an Oscar, a Golden Globe, something like that. The selling was next level. Like I always say, I haven't seen selling like this since, Shawn Michaels from back in the day, man. Will Ospreay, he's just selling the neck injury the whole time. I said this on X, or I think I said it on my live, bro, It's to the point where I gotta kind of tell myself, like, all right, I'm watching wrestling. I can't get too mad at AEW because he's doing his part, like just selling the neck over and over and over. Mark Davis, he does the power driver in the ring, power driver on the apron. He's trying to literally rip Will Ospreay's neck off his shoulders, man. Don Callis made the call and Mark Davis is delivering. It even got to the point where the referee had to stop the match, bro. Will Ospreay couldn't feel no feeling in his hands. They had to stop the match. Mark Davis said it ain't enough. He runs him into the ring. He's about to power drive him one last time to put an end to Will Ospreay's career, but the weirdest thing happened, y'all. The Death Riders come out. They stop Mark Davis from actually causing damage. Mark Davis, he get up out of there. They take Will Ospreay. Claudio Castagnoli puts him on his shoulders and they head to the back room. Now, I don't know what happened to Will Ospreay. I don't know if they put him in a trunk. I don't know if they got him in the basement. I don't know if they got him in some type of warehouse or store. I don't know what's going on. But, man, I like this though, man. I like some type of suspense. This is what I always complain about with Raw and Crackdown. Nothing happened for me want to watch next week, bro. I want to really see what happened with the Death Riders and Will Ospreay. What's going on, man? Are they going to beat Will Ospreay further or are they going to heal Will Ospreay up? We seen Jon Moxley turn babyface. Is all the Death Riders going to be a little bit more babyface now? We'll see, man.
All right, so let's show the video of what happened to him after Dynamite.
You awake?
She's good. What is it you're trying to accomplish? Other than breaking my neck. When you go to the ring. When you get up in the morning. Where are you trying to go? Who are you trying to be? What is it you're chasing? I don't think you know the answers to those questions anymore. It's almost 7 years ago I saw you for the first time. The power you wield, the ability you have. But this, your body, flesh, blood, muscle, bone, it will break eventually. You can try to run through the brick wall as many times as you want. The wall's not going anywhere. But if you step back and realize there's a door, you can walk right through it and become whoever you want on the other side. This, trained, honed properly, will not break. You take dominion over your mind. And we can turn you into a weapon like professional wrestling has never seen. This thing has got to come to a head one way or another. We can settle up. And you can be just like everybody else. Neck for a neck, right? Or you can become everything you were meant to be. Your choice.
Now, go.
All right, y'all. You remember when Daniel Bryan joined the Wyatt Six, or Wyatt family, I guess. And do you remember when Daniel Bryan got him in the steel cage and finally betrayed him after all that he put him through? Well, and also, do y'all remember when Randy Orton joined the Wyatt family, and of course they became tag team champions and all that, and then Randy Orton, attacked Bray Wyatt, have a match with him. Well, I wouldn't say attack, but pretty much burned down his home, I guess. And once he got the hold of him. So I hope this goes down with Will and John, where it looked like they're about to, he's part of the group and whatnot. But in reality of it is, this is his plan to take down Jon Moxley by, if you can't beat him, join him. And when you join him and figure out his weakness, screw him. And that's where I think he's going to kick him out. That's where he's going to try to get the Death Riders to turn on Jon Moxley. I think they might, get rid of Marina Shafir as well, because she's been close with Jon Moxley. And you could probably, and if Will decides to stay in the Death Riders, he could recruit Alex Windsor. But then again, what's going to happen to Jamie Hayter? That's the problem. So, if I was them, I would just set up a plan where you could have the Death Riders turn on Jon Moxley, and then just have, Marina Shafir and Jon Moxley out of the group, and then just be left with the guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that would be good, and then Will can handle his business as the AEW champion, and everybody else figured it out, figure their own way, figure their own path. And then Jon Moxley will probably be the one to take down each and every single member. I don't know how he would do it, but he's going to find a way. But I think they should do that, because then that way it could, set up an example of, if you can't beat them, join them. And when you join them, get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they do something like that, because I don't want Will Ospreay to stay in the Death Riders. I just want him to be the reason why the Death Riders disband. So if that be the reason, then yeah, I'm looking forward to the story. So I think people should tune in for that, and I'm definitely going to tune in. So let's continue.
Next, you got my man Samoa Joe back, beating up a jobber, doing what he does best, man. Now, at the end, it was a little bit confusing. Once again, I meant to bring this on my live, but I forgot, man. At the end of the segment, I'm thinking Hook and Samoa Joe is supposed to be beefing, but they wound up dapping it up at the top of the entrance. So, is Samoa Joe still with the Ops? He doesn't have beef with Hook or anything like that. I'm a little bit confused about that. So let me know in the comments if I'm missing something or whatever, because I could have swore Hook and Samoa Joe was about to go into a program together, but Hook came out and greeted Samoa Joe, and everything seems like on the up and up, so whatever.
Hey, speaking spell, where you been, man? Yeah, been happy I'm back, man. Hey, so what you been up to since the beginning?
Oh man, I've been holding it down, bro. Yeah, I've been holding it down, bro. I'm recruiting, I'm getting us strengthening up the troops for us.
Recruiting?
Yeah.
All right, that's fun.
Just the two I was looking for, Joe. Welcome back, Hook. You said next week. Today's next week. I'm getting tired of waiting. I need an answer. Am I in the Ops or am I not?
Bro, you need to settle down. See, there's one problem. There's no more vacancies in the Ops.
You hear him? Was he clear enough for you? There is no more vacancies in the Ops. It looked like we found our newest one.
Welcome.
Pull your weight.
You passed the test, bro. Welcome.
Yeah, well, congratulations to Anthony Bowens. I'm glad that he's recruited in the Ops. I mean, who knows? Maybe they might do a little something. I don't know if they're going to go after the tag team titles or the trio titles. I don't know. But hopefully Anthony will, show and impress and, show and prove. That's what I meant to say, with the Ops as he's joining. And yeah, man, hopefully they don't fumble. That's all I can say. But let's continue.
After that, you got Tommaso Ciampa versus Darby Allin. And this is an AEW World Championship match, like I told y'all, bro. Like I told y'all, Darby Allin beating MJF is one thing. Darby Allin beating MJF in a squash match, that's what really made me go nuclear. Seriously, dog. Darby Allin winning, okay, I could make some sense out of that. Bro is fire. Bro could put on great matches. Bro put his body on the line. I could respect that, dog. I just hate squash matches when the title is so... for the AEW Championship, dog, the title should mean so much more, man. But I gotta give it to the AEW sickos. I think Kim, if I'm not mistaken, my man, or maybe it's a female, I'm not sure, but Kim in my chat said that MJF just has a history of getting squashed. He said Brody King squashed him, Darby Allin squashed him, and some other people. And that's literally the only response that I heard that I'm like, okay, maybe that makes a little bit of sense. I still don't like it like that, but that's the one thing I heard that might make sense. But Darby Allin and Tommaso, I knew they have a banger, man. And this is an AEW Championship match. Tommaso tried to kill Darby Allin. He's on the second rope. He does some type of avalanche slam onto the straight mat, dog. Oh my God, this was crazy.
To Darby Allin, the man who won a week ago. Oh no!
Oh, that's going to try to end
Psycho Driller!
Man, Tommaso Ciampa, face full of blood, bleeding like a stuffed pig, man. It was crazy. We all know Darby Allin pulled it off, though, man. Darby Allin actually made Tommaso tap out, bro. Made him tap out, put the Scorpion Deathlock on him. It was over, bro. Darby Allin retains, and next week he has Brody King. So Tony Khan is putting Darby Allin through the ringer. Tommaso, Brody King, crazy, man. I heard Darby Allin already beat Brody King, so you know he's going to beat him next week. Brody King went for the title twice. He's going to lose twice. I guess, man. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, man. Even Dynamite's still fire, dog. I take Dynamite over WrestleMania after Raw after WrestleMania 100 times over. The worst match, Mina Shirakawa versus Shida. I take that match over literally everything WWE did. I don't even like comparing because it's not even fair, but Dynamite was solid, man. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to Double or Nothing, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow!
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to this match tonight. I mean, I know, listen, who cares about the wins and losses when you could put on a great match? Only time we need to care about the losses is when people from Ring of Honor are facing the runner-ups and facing the top and the middle card. So, hey, man, we'll see how these matches go, man. I'm a little nervous for that, TNT title match, but, well, I mean, look, we'll see how it goes. And I'll be watching the women's tag team match. We'll be reacting to that match as well. We'll go from there. So catch me on the live stream at 8 o'clock. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Also, Rush will be in action as well. I don't know who he's going to be facing. Probably somebody from the Indies, as obvious. That's obvious, right? But, yeah, hopefully he'll get over as he go. But get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll see y'all at 8 o'clock for AEW Dynamite.
Come on!